Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to look under the hood of our own minds. We're talking about the powerful forces that act like a gas pedal and a brake pedal for our entire nervous system. So think about this for a second. What on earth connects your morning cup of coffee, a prescription for ADHD, and a pill that helps you get to sleep? Well, they all target the exact same system in your body. They're just pushing it in opposite directions. Yep, they are the gas and brake pedals for your brain. Okay, so to really get how these pedals work, we've got to look at the engine they're controlling, and that's your nervous system. This is basically the command center that runs your entire world. Your nervous system is really two parts, and they have to work together perfectly. First, you've got the central nervous system, the CNS. That's the brain and spinal cord. You can think of it as the CEO, the one making all the big decisions. And then you have the peripheral nervous system, or PNS. This is this huge network of messengers constantly running information back and forth between the CEO and, well, everywhere else in your body. All right, let's hit the gas. We're talking about CNS stimulants. These are the substances that basically tell your command center to kick everything into a higher gear. So what is a stimulant really doing in there? Well, at its core, it's firing up your nerve cells. It makes all those messages between your brain and your body just fly back and forth way faster. And the result? It's that feeling of being totally switched on, more alert, sharper focus, ready to go. So why would you ever need to floor it like that? Well, let's take a condition like ADHD. It's often defined by things like restlessness and not being able to concentrate. It can feel like your brain's engine is already revving way too high. And this is where it gets kind of weird. It's a paradox. To calm all that chaos down, sometimes you have to strategically hit the gas. So how does that even work? Okay, imagine you have these tiny messengers in your brain, like dopamine, and their job is to deliver a focus signal. Now, normally, they drop off the message and then get pulled right back in. That process is called reuptake. What stimulants do is they basically block the exits. This keeps more of those focus messengers hanging around, which turns up the volume on that signal. And the result is a huge improvement in attention span, and it helps calm that hyperactivity. And this really shows you just how specific their jobs are in medicine. I mean, sure, treating ADHD is the big one, but stimulants are also absolutely vital for conditions like narcolepsy, where people can just fall asleep without warning. They're even used as an emergency tool if someone stops breathing. They're really precision instruments, not just some kind of blunt tool. Now, for every gas pedal, you have to have a brake. And that's where CNS depressants come in. These are the substances that send a completely different signal through the body. Slow down, quiet down, and just relax. Depressants pretty much do exactly what it sounds like they do. They actually decrease the excitability of your neurons, which slows down all that constant chatter between your brain and your body. Your physical reactions get softer, your mind eases up, everything just kind of settles. A classic reason you might need that brake pedal is, of course, insomnia. But what's really interesting is that the first line of defense isn't actually a pill. It's all about habits. And you've probably heard all of these before, right? A consistent wake-up time, no coffee late at night, creating a calm routine. The whole idea is to try and teach your body to slow itself down naturally. But when that doesn't cut it, depressants like benzodiazepines can offer a chemical assist. They work by boosting a neurotransmitter called GABA. So if dopamine is the brain's go signal, GABA is the universal stop signal. These drugs essentially turn the volume way up on that stop signal, which reduces all that neuron activity and makes it a whole lot easier to fall asleep. Depressants are also completely critical in surgery. But it's not like they use one giant dose of a single drug. Anesthesiologists use this really smart technique called balanced anesthesia. It's like a multi-stage cocktail. They might give you a hypnotic the night before, then some pre-medication, then a powerful agent like propofol to get you under and then maintain it with a gas. By combining small amounts of different depressants, they get this powerful sedation with fewer side effects and a much faster recovery. So you've got a gas pedal to speed up and a brake pedal to slow down. Sounds simple, right? But using them, well, that is a high-stakes balancing act where the risks can be just as powerful as the rewards. When we're talking about stimulants, the biggest risk is that your brain just gets used to that extra push. Over time, that can lead to dependence and tolerance, meaning you need more and more of the drug to get the same effect. And that's exactly why the official guidance is so clear. These are meant for short-term use. And believe it or not, the brakes can be even more sensitive. Some of the older, more powerful depressants, like barbiturates, carry such a high risk of dependence and side effects that they're only recommended for 2 weeks or less. That's a tiny, tiny window, and it tells you just how carefully these things have to be managed. And here it is, the trade-off, right there in black and white. You push the gas pedal too hard, you risk things like a racing heart, high blood pressure, even insomnia, which is literally the exact thing the brake pedal is supposed to fix. And on the flip side, you hit the brakes too hard, and you're looking at drowsiness, memory issues, and a really serious risk of dependence. As they say, there's no free ride. So this is really the essential question, isn't it? These substances are so powerful, they can literally rebalance our brain chemistry and totally change people's lives. They're the gas and the brake pedals that give us this incredible degree of control over our own bodies. Which leaves us with the biggest question of all. How do we use that control wisely? How do we balance their amazing power with their very, very real risks?